Hello, friends. Welcome to Pathways of Hope. We have just finished chapters 5, 6, and 7. That's a section known as the Sermon on the Mount. We are now moving to chapter 8. And starting with this chapter, we see Jesus' works of miracles, healings, and all this points to his authority, and this centers on discipleship and the faith response of the recipient. My name is Abyong, and I would like to share with you my reflections for today's gospel. Today's gospel is taken from Matthew chapter 8, verses 1 to 4. This is the healing of a leper. You see, in the minds of the Jews and in their belief and culture, sin and sickness, they're very much connected. You are sick because you have sinned. Today, Jesus performs a wonderful healing of the leper. Leprosy, in a very special way, is a vivid image of sin because it's ugly, disgusting, contagious, and hard to cure. Where we are all like lepers. We all have sinned. We all are in need of God's forgiveness and grace. But we can learn from the response of this leper. He shouts out and says, "Lord, if you will, you can make me clean." This is really a great response of humility and faith. And how is humility being displayed? The leper knelt down. It's almost like an act of worship. But he also humbles himself down, recognizing who Jesus Christ is. And that recognition is a wonderful and a tremendous act of faith. He calls Jesus Lord. And Lord here is the Greek translation of a Hebrew word which actually means the tetragrammaton, or the name that God gave to Moses. And so when this leper calls out to Jesus, Lord, he's actually recognizing the divinity of Jesus Christ. But he's not just asking Jesus to heal him. Sometimes we look at God as like a genie in the lamp. We recognize his power, but he's under our command. We tell God what to do. Here, the leper in humility says to Jesus, "If you will." So it's the will of Jesus that will be pursued and that will be fulfilled, and not his own will. But the statement that follows that is also a recognition of Jesus' capacity, of Jesus' authority and power. He says, "If you will, you can make me clean." So whenever we see ourselves in need of that grace and God's mercy, we can actually borrow the words of this leper. And so in the wretchedness of our sin, we can approach Jesus and say, "Lord, if you will, you can make me clean." God bless us all.